Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is let me back off of the last video I put up. Brother Khan from the Seven Lions of Judah, just around here in Chicago to you. I say shalom, double honor to all the elders teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth and sincerity to you. I say shalom. Title of this video is going to be titled, These Heathens Are Scared Because They Know What's About to Happen.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Here's what's crazy, man. I've been freaking out over the last few weeks, at nighttime. At nighttime I'll be alone and I just start thinking about the future of the world. And I start legit freaking out. What would happen if we were legit Armageddon, Mad Max, nuclear war? How far are we away from that? And it could just give me anxiety before I go to sleep. I'd just be laying there going, fuck, how does this all resolve? And then this fucking Israel thing pops off and now I'm legit freaked out.
I've been definitely buying a lot of stuff lately for my house, end of the world shit. I'm getting Tesla solar right now, battery packs so I can live off the grid. And
yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah,
if you can get your house solar, that's a big move. Just fucking a bit of at a certain point in time, what's the electricity even getting you other than keeping the lights on? What I'm scared of is all communications are gone. How hard would it be to shut down our power grid? How hard would it be to blow a few satellites up and no one knows shit?
Yeah, that's why that Starlink, the satellites thing. I'm thinking about getting that, even though I have great internet, but just because what if? It's scary.
Yeah, I was in the mountains in Utah and they had Starlink and it was great. It works everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's real, but people keep thinking it's UFOs.
Oh yeah,
people keep filming it flying. What is that?
Yeah, the dots in the air.
I was telling you the other day, I'm sitting at home, wondering about the fate of the world. Are we literally going to be in a fucking mad? Because you don't think anything's going to go bad until it goes bad. Mm-hmm. You remember the day before 9/11? It was just fucking normal America, yay. And then the next day, chaos. And then everyone's riding around with an American flag on their car. Yeah. Anything can happen. And if anything does happen, how much is the world going to change? I mean, if you think about any sort of horrific natural disaster that has hit humanity since the beginning of time, whether it's super volcanoes or earthquakes or any of these chaotic things, when those things happen, when the Mongols roll into your town, when Nazi Germany starts taking over Europe, fuck, we want to think that can't happen, but 100% that can happen. And
Right, so he's telling you that things is about to kick off, man. Which leads to this next scripture. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, and it reads, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So that's plain upon tables.
I'm alone at night and I'm a little high. That's the thing that freaks me out the most. The things that freaks me out the most is international conflicts between superpowers and how they're willing to kill a certain amount of people, right? So what's the number where they won't cross that line? Because if you've got groups of people that are willing to shoot missiles into apartment buildings and fly jets down and gun people down, and you've seen all those crazy drones, if we're willing to kill a certain amount of people, what's the line where they won't cross? What's the line? Is it 1 million people? Is it a nuclear bomb? What is the line?
There's probably no line.
And when you think about how much people loved America after 9/11, the whole world was on America's side. And how much we fucked that up in 23 years or 22 years.
Yeah.
Fuck that up. A million innocent people die because of the Iraq War. I mean, that everybody knows that.
We need a 9/12 immediately.
We probably are due for one. That's
Right.
what's scary when you see this Israel thing. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me because when I see something like that happen, there's no clear way this resolves peacefully. This is bad. This is real bad. And Israel's going to go into Palestine. They're already bombing, and there's all. And is there a retaliation for that? And what happens then? And what other countries get involved? And fuck, man. It just really puts into perspective that there's some shit going on that you're not thinking about because it's not in your life. So if you're a guy like you or I, let's say us, because we're comedians, so we're hanging out at the comedy club, we're doing podcasts, that's our world. Our world is fucking around with people. Our world is telling jokes. Our world is hanging out with our friends and doing shows. Their world is killing people. Their world is controlling resources, and it's not, they don't play fair. Like they release stories that aren't true. They use disinformation to switch narratives. They have social media posts that aren't real so they can get people riled up about certain things. And then they're also coordinating military attacks. That's their world. We just don't think about that world because we're not in that world. But people have been in that world since the beginning of time. What they've done with us is they've sheltered us in
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so playing upon tables, we have to keep these commandments to overcome the destruction.
such a way, and then censored all the mainstream media in such a way that they completely controlled the narrative of how you think about what can and cannot happen in the world and why these things are happening. And we're seeing that right now. We're seeing that like in your face where you're like, what? And you're also seeing people with massive amounts of conspiracies now, right? And whenever something like that happens, there's always the people that are like, how did they not know this was going to happen? Like, isn't this the most sophisticated surveillance systems in the world? This, like, Israel's, they're the people that invented Pegasus. That's that shit that gets on your phone where they can listen to anybody, and they have like they have that iron dome that protects them against missiles. Did you ever see that working? They were just showing it the other night. Show videos of the iron dome working. It's crazy. So as Hamas is launching these missiles, they're shooting missiles at the missiles and blowing them up in the sky. Okay. It's wild. Look at this.
Yeah. It's old school missile command. Remember that video?
Yeah. I mean, you have to be 100% accurate because any one of these is going to kill a bunch of people. But I mean, just imagine living in Israel and you go outside and you're seeing missiles getting hit by bombs. Look at this. Look at this. They're just jacking them in the sky. But if they miss one, that's a wrap. I mean, how much do each one of these missiles that they're shooting at these other missiles cost?
Right. That's what I was thinking. Is $1 million.
And how are they getting all the money to shoot those missiles at Israel? Like, all of it is crazy.
Yeah.
And someone tweeted, see if this is true, that this happened right after the Biden administration released a bunch of funds to Iran. I think it was like $6 billion.
Really?
And then these people in Hamas are thanking Iran for funding this.
Wow.
But it's what's real?
Yeah.
What's real?
That sounds
how much of this is real?
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
Air Force successfully tested secret new stealth missile with mock nuke. Stealth missile with a mock nuke. Okay. B-52. America's nuclear weapons are aging, and the Pentagon plans to spend more than $600 billion to keep the potentially world-ending weapons in fighting shape. What a great idea.
In this article I saw, it said that they were being controlled by floppy disks up until 2019.
Well, those are accurate.
That
is
about right.
Top of the food chain.
They're updating tech. But
okay, floppy disks in 2019. But some of the old tech is still solid. The LRSO and mock nuke were fired from a B-52, a sturdy and reliable bomber first manufactured in the 50s. The missiles are, in fact, designed to work with this decades-old bomber.
But a mock stealth nuke is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All of it's crazy. The fact that that's on the table, all of it's crazy. And also the fact that we haven't nuked anybody since 1945. Nobody's nuked anybody.
That's good.
It's promising.
Right.
It's promising.
We got to celebrate 100 years.
But it's hard to imagine that it's going to last like that forever. Seems like someone's going to get crazy.
Yeah,
And that's the question. It's like if you're willing to kill, each missile is $40,000 to $50,000, according to a researcher at Israel's Institute for.
And this is the main reason why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring the destruction, all right, to these foreign, all right, countries. And also Babylon. Psalms 110 verse 5, and it reads, the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath, because they're going to try to destroy the whole earth. All right. And as you heard, Joe Biden, he gave $6 billion to Iran. All right. So with that, shalom.